Hello students, welcome to aimsindia online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are discussing about the chapter water. In the earlier sessions we have seen different concepts about water, like the existence of water and different states of water in which it is available to us, the importance of water, and even pollution of water and its treatment of water. These all concepts we have seen in the earlier classes. Now we are going to say in this session about certain dissolved solids and gases in water. Okay, first let us see about the certain solids dissolved into water. Now we are going to see here about the experiment which describes the presence of water, the presence of certain dissolved solids in the tap water. So for showing this, for example, for identifying this, the presence of certain dissolved solids in the tap water, we have a simple experiment. Let us see the description of that experiment here, but we cannot see here. Okay, let us see the description about it. First of all, for showing about the presence of the solids presence in the water, we have to take certain amount of water into a beaker, around 100 ml. We can say 100 cubic centimeters of water. We have to take a beaker. Now we have to fill it till the half. Say this is the experimental setup. We can say for proving the presence of solids in the water. For that we have to take a 100 ml beaker and it is half filled with the tap water. Now we have to place this on the tripod stand. We know tripod stand means on the tripod stand it is to be kept, and we have to start heating this by using a Bunsen burner or a spirit lamp. So then we have to start heating like this. This is the experimental setup we have to take for showing the dissolved salts presence in the tap water. What we have done? First we have taken a beaker that is filled with the with tap water till it's half, and it is kept on the tripod stand, and it is started. We have started to heat it. Then what happens? While heating, over the beaker we have to place a large watch glass. So this is called watch glass. This is that. Okay. We have kept a watch glass. Now raise the edge of the watch glass from one side by placing a folded paper. Okay, here if you observe, a folded paper is kept here to make this water vapor to escape out. Okay, pour about 100 ml of tap water into the watch glass. Here also certain amount of tap water is poured. Okay, this is the experimental setup we have to arrange first. Now we have to start heating again. When the water in beaker starts boiling, the steam produced evaporates the tap water in the watch glass slowly. So what happens now? We started to heat this water in the beaker by using Bunsen burner. Now this water present in the beaker starts evaporating, isn't it? So these vapors come out and touches this watch glass, so that this watch glass also becomes hot, and the water present in this watch glass also starts evaporating. Continue boiling water till the water from watch glass evaporates completely. What we have to do? We have to heat this. We have to continue this process of heating continuously till the water present in the watch glass completely evaporates. Till then, we have to heat continuously. Then remove the watch glass from the beaker and look through it. Against a light, if we observe carefully on the watch glass, then we see some salts like the concentric rings of fine solid material are seen sticking to the watch glass. So if you take out the watch glass after complete evaporation of water, and if you observe that carefully against a light, then we can see certain concentric rings of fine solid material which are seen on sticking to the watch glass. The concentric rings of solid material are formed because of the deposition of dissolved solids as the tap water is evaporated slowly. So these concentric rings of solids are because of the dissolved salts present in the water. As water is completely evaporated, these solid salts are remained and sticking to the watch glass. Because of the salts only, these concentric rings are observed. Okay, this proves the presence of dissolved salts in the tap water. Okay, now what is importance of these salts? We proved here the presence of dissolved salts in the water. By evaporating water, salt is remained in the watch glass. That proved that the presence of certain salts dissolved in water. What is the importance of these salts dissolution in the water? Let us see here. Dissolved salts provide a specific taste to water. Yes, it is this we can observe. If you taste distilled water or the water without any salts, it has split taste. It won't have any taste actually to say. But the water which we are drinking, that we call potable water or tap water, it will be having specific taste. This specific taste for the water is because of dissolved salts presence in that. Okay. It is for the same reason that water at different places tastes differently, isn't it? You might have observed this. In different places, water tastes differently. In certain places, water will be the salty nature, salty taste, and in certain places, water will be somewhat sweet, and in some places, water will be with very less taste. So, this all because of the presence of different kinds of dissolved salts in it. Okay. Moreover, these salts are needed by our body also. Yes, these are important for our body also. Of course, they do not have any food value, but their deficiency can cause a number of diseases. Yes, they are needed by our body also. Even though they don't have any food value, they need for the metabolic system, for functioning our body functions. These salts present in the water are must, but the deficiency of these salts in the water may cause certain diseases to our body. So they are very important. That is why we drink always mineral water, not pure water. Did you get the difference between the pure water and not this potable water or mineral water? Pure water contains no salts in it, no salts dissolved in it. So pure water contains only water molecules, but that is not suitable for drinking. The water which we can drink should contain certain quantities of minerals in it, certain salts in it. That only is suitable for drinking. So the water which is containing dissolved salts in it is called mineral water. That's why whenever you go to a shop for purchasing water bottle, we ask for mineral water, but we don't ask pure water, isn't it? Mineral water means the water containing certain dissolved minerals in it. Those minerals are very important for our human body. We should not take only pure water. Okay. Dissolved salts act as micronutrients for plants and help in their growth and development. Okay, these dissolved salts in the water will help the plants by acting as micronutrients so that they help in their growth and development. Okay, now let us see one more experimental setup description which proves that the presence of dissolved gases in the water. Yes, the water which we are drinking contains not only salts dissolved in it, it also contains certain dissolved gases also. The presence of these gases dissolved in water can be proved by a simple experiment. Let us see how it is done here. For proving this, we have to take a round bottom flask. So this is called round bottomed flask. See, it is having round bottom flask. So it is taken. It is completely filled with tap water. In its mouth, we have to fix a delivery tube. See, by keeping a cork to this through the cork, we have to fix a delivery tube. This is called delivery tube, such that the lower end of the delivery tube is in line with the under surface of the cork. So here it is fixed like this. Delivery tube is fixed like this through the round bottom flask, which is completely filled with tap water. Now, to fix the flask in an iron stand, and you have to adjust its height so that the other end of the delivery tube is in the beehive shell. See here, after keeping this delivery tube, after filling this round bottom flask with the water and fixing this delivery tube, this is fixed to a iron stand, and it is adjusted its height such that the other end of this delivery tube is fitting into a beehive shell. This is called beehive shell, placed in a trough of water. There is a trough which is filled with water. So this beehive shell is completely immersed in water. Now, place of wire gauge. We have to place a wire gauge down to this round bottom flask on the tripod stand. And now you have to fix a Bunsen burner down to this tripod stand, and then you have to start heating this. Now heat the flask by a Bunsen burner or spirit lamp. See, under the tripod stand a Bunsen burner is arranged. Now it is started to heat this round bottom flask which is containing tap water. It is seen that tiny bubbles of gas are given out from this round bottom flask, which stick to the sides of the flask. So this we can do even at home also. You can observe at home also. If we take a bowl of water and if we start heating that, first of all, we observe certain bubbles of air or gas given out from the bowl, and they are sticking to the sides of the container, isn't it? So if we continuously heat like that, if you go on heating till the water is about to boil, it is seen that bubbles of gas start coming out of the beehive shell. So if you continuously heat like that, observing the bubbles also, then this gas will come out through this delivery tube and it will enter into the beehive shell. We can see the bubbles coming out of this beehive shell here. Okay. Then at this stage, lower the flame to keep the water just near its boiling point. So then, if you observe bubbles coming out this beehive shell, then we have to slow down the heat. We have to lower the flame such that the temperature will be maintained below the boiling point of water. Then we have to invert a graduated tube completely filled with tap water over the beehive shell. So this is a test tube or graduated tube it is called. It is completely filled with the water and it is inverted on the beehive shell. Then you can see gradually the boiled off air from this round bottom flask will enter into this delivery tube, and through the delivery tube it enters into this graduated tube. The boiled off air starts collecting in the flask here. So here the boiled off gas coming out from this round bottom flask, it is collected into this inverted tube, and it displaces the water down and a dark place in this. So thereby it is suggested the presence of dissolved gases in the water. So from where this gas is coming? From this tap water. On heating this tap water, the gas dissolved in this tap water slowly coming out through this delivery tube and entering into this inverted tube which is completely filled with water. So it is pushing down the water here and is collected over this water. Okay. In this way, this experiment proves the presence of dissolved gases in the water. Okay, water contains even dissolved salts as well as dissolved gases. Now let us see what is the importance of these dissolved gases. Are these useful? Let us see. Dissolved oxygen and dissolved carbon dioxide gas play an important role in the life process of water animals and plants. These water animals and water plants, nothing but the animals and plants which are living in under the water, are called water plants and water animals, which are also called as aquatic animals and aquatic plants. Aquatic means water living plants and water living animals. Okay. For these aquatic animals and aquatic plants, these dissolved oxygen and dissolved carbon dioxide are very important. Now let us see here how this dissolved oxygen gas is important. Okay, importance of dissolved oxygen in water. Mostly this dissolved oxygen gas is used for the aquatic animals in their respiration process. It has been found that 1 cubic centimeter of water naturally occurring water contains approximately 40 cubic centimeters of dissolved oxygen. Okay, in this way, around 40 cubic centimeters of oxygen gas is dissolved per 1 cubic centimeter of water. Water animals like fishes, tortoises, crocodiles, and even other aquatic animals. These all animals which live inside the water are called aquatic animals. These all aquatic animals can extract out this oxygen with the help of their gills. Okay, these aquatic animals they'll extract this out of this oxygen gas dissolved in the water through their gills, and hence dissolved oxygen is a source of respiration of these water animals. In that way, the dissolved oxygen gas is very important and it is the main source of these aquatic animals for their respiration process. So this is the respiration process occurs for the aquatic animals. Not only for those, for all the animals it happens. Okay, the food taken will be digested in the presence of oxygen gas and converts into carbon dioxide, water and heat energy. Okay, this is the respiration process. So for the respiration of aquatic animals, this dissolved oxygen gas is very important. Now let us see the importance of dissolved carbon dioxide gas in water. So photosynthesis by water plants. So for the photosynthesis of water plants, this dissolved carbon dioxide is very important. Dissolved carbon dioxide is utilized by the water plants during their photosynthesis and helps them to manufacture food for themselves as well as for fishes. Okay, these water plants they do photosynthesis process in their own. For this photosynthesis process, we know plants require carbon dioxide gas, but these water plants they cannot come out to breathe this carbon dioxide. What happens? These will extract out this carbon dioxide gas, which is dissolved in the water, and hence they can proceed their photosynthesis process for the production of food. Okay, in this way, the dissolved carbon dioxide gas is very important for the aquatic plants in their photosynthesis process. This is a photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide gas and water, these two will combine in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. They produce their food. This is the food prepared by the plants. Okay. In this way, dissolved gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide are very important, very vital for the survival of aquatic animals and plants. Now, let us see the formation of shells by water animals. We know certain water animals they cover their body with hard shells to protect from their enemies. So, how these shells are being formed by these animals? Let us see here. Dissolved carbon dioxide reacts with limestone, limestone bearing rocks. Means there will be certain stones inside the water which are made up of limestone. Limestone means we know it is a calcium carbonate. So when this dissolved carbon dioxide come in contact with these limestones which are containing calcium carbonate, this carbon dioxide reacts with calcium carbonate and forms a soluble salt of calcium which is called as calcium bicarbonate. Means calcium carbonate in the presence of water reacts with carbon dioxide and forms calcium bicarbonate which is soluble into water. So this calcium bicarbonate which is formed by the reaction of carbon dioxide with limestone is used by these shell bearing animals like snails. Okay, they absorb this calcium bicarbonate which is dissolved in the water and they form hard shells on their body for the protection of their soft bodies from the enemies. So in this way, these shell-bearing animals, they make hard shells in their body to protect from their enemies by taking this calcium bicarbonate. From where this calcium bicarbonate is formed? From the limestone or limestone bearing rocks. Limestone here represents calcium carbonate. So the dissolved carbon dioxide reacts with limestone bearing rocks, that means with the calcium carbonate, and forms calcium bicarbonate. This calcium bicarbonate is water soluble, whereas this limestone is water insoluble. Okay, this calcium bicarbonate is water soluble. This water soluble calcium bicarbonate is used by these animals, and they make their hard shells, okay, to protect their soft bodies. Got it? This is actually one of the test for carbon dioxide also. While explaining about the test for the carbon dioxide, we say the carbon dioxide gas turns lime water milky. So that milky layer is because of limestone. Limestone is insoluble into water. Okay. So this is the reaction. Calcium carbonate, that is limestone. Limestone bearing stones containing this calcium carbonate. This on reaction with the carbon dioxide in the presence of water, they form calcium bicarbonate or calcium hydrogen carbonate also it is called. It is water soluble. So it dissolves into water after formation. This will be taken by shell bearing animals. They form hard shells on their body to protect themselves. Okay, this is about dissolved solids or nothing but dissolved salts and dissolved gases in the water. These are very important for consumption. These should be there in the dissolved water, in the dissolved position. We should not take pure water actually. There should be certain salts dissolved in the water and even certain gases dissolved in the water. Then only that water is suitable for drinking and it is called potable water. Actually, to say potable water contains around 2 grams of dissolved salts in it for every 1 liter, and even certain gases also will be dissolved into it like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Because of these dissolved gases and salts only, that water get certain specific taste to it and luster. If the water which is containing no salts and no gases in it, it won't have any taste to it, and even it is not useful for drinking also. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to YouTube channel Aims Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates and recorded videos.